Imagine if Earth's mightiest heroes weren't the real people, they were aliens from a different planet. Well, that's the story that unfolded in Secret Invasion, where it's revealed that many members of humanity, also some of the Avengers members, have been infiltrated by Skrulls and were disguised as heroes. This was a very excellent story. You brought in paranoia. People didn't know who they should trust. Are they attacking their enemy or are they attacking their friend? And it was a very good story with many members being revealed as fakes. This one would be brilliant in the MCU because Civil War basically broke the Avengers apart. So imagine if an alien species come down and was revealed that they had taken some of the heroes and replaced them with their species. The species that obviously took them were called the Skrulls, which has been confirmed to appear in the future Captain Marvel film next year. So there is a chance that this story could happen in the future, and I would just love to see it, and love to see how this can evolve, because you could evolve from this story for so many times. Let's get to number 3. The Avengers versus X-Men. Now, with 20th Century Fox being purchased by Disney, this is the perfect chance for the X-Men characters to appear in the MCU. And what way to bring them in than them having them fight the Avengers. And this is the storyline in Avengers vs. X-Men, which was released in 2012. Now, the Phoenix Force, which is coming to Earth, and the X-Men believe that there is a child that will save them. But the Avengers think it will destroy them. And basically, both teams go to war with each other to find out who's right. And it gets brutal. You have characters dying, characters turning pure evil that you didn't even believe was possible. Wolverine gets basically burned to a crisp, and many characters just fighting each other. Friends fighting old friends and people. I mean, it's just all the characters were in, and it was just brilliant story, and ends on a huge settlement that you feel like it's good. This is how it should have ended. There's no other way. And you also can see both parties' point of views on why they think this. And imagine that. That is the one way you can bring the X-Men into the MCU. Make them fight the Avengers. And with that, let's go to number. The next one I've picked is not mainly set in films, it's more for the Netflix series or the character Daredevil. Now, as we know, Daredevil has had huge success on Netflix and is considered one of the best characters out of the TV series. But he's also, and he needs a big story, I feel like. And this is in Born Again, which was written by Frank Miller, who rejuvenated the character. He made him more believable. He made him a Catholic, which I thought brought a bit more character to him. Now, in Born Again, Karen Page, Matt Murdock's ex-wife, is hooked on drugs, and to get a fix, she tells someone who Daredevil is, and this gets back to Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. Now, with this information, Wilson Fisk doesn't just think, I'll go and kill Matt Murdock. No. He's not that dumb. He plans to destroy every part of him. He blows up his house, he ruins his work career, he annihilates him, he tortures him, that it gets so much for Matt that he basically wants to kill the Kingpin. I mean, obviously, but it was such a great story. Now, there is going to be a season 3 of Daredevil, but obviously I don't know what the storyline is going to be. Maybe they're going to do it, maybe they're not, but I think they should. It's one of my favourite storylines, and it's considered one of the best stories in the Marvel comics of all time. And it just needs to be done. It needs to be told on screen. It's just the perfect story. Now, obviously in the TV show, Karen Page wasn't a drug addict, But I think that they could have done this within season 1 when she kills Kingpin's assistant and was very guilt-tripped by it. I feel like they could have made her lose control and become a drug addict over time, and then you could set up all this storyline, and I just think it needs to be done. It was a brilliant story, and with that, let's go to number 1. The Beyonder is an omnipotent god being, and what happens if he takes the heroes from Earth and the villains from Earth and dumps them on a planet to see who could survive? Well, he did this in Secret Wars. Obviously not the 2016 Secret Wars, because that one was very disappointing and basically was just a cash grab, but I'm talking about the one that's over 30 years old, where you had the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, the Avengers, Spider-Man, all getting taken and dumped on a planet with the Lizard, Doctor Doom, Galactus, Dr. Octopus, so many characters to think of, and they basically fight each other to win. This was also the storyline which introduced the black suit Spider-Man, where he got his black suit from. It didn't come down from a meteor like it said in Spider-Man 3. It wasn't that. It was found on this planet by Spider-Man because his suit was damaged. This storyline, it is rumoured that it was written mainly to create toys, but it was such a huge successful storyline that it's just brilliant. And think about it, you have every single member that has appeared in Marvel, the villains, the heroes, I mean the big ones, not the small ones. There's no Stilt Man, there's no Purple Man, just the big heroes and the big villains all having to fight each other. And this would be a brilliant way, in my opinion, that the MCU could end permanently. Obviously I don't want it to end, but like they say, all great things have to come to an end. But this is a way they should do it. Bring in the entire bring in all the characters and whoever survives, and you could end it like that. It'd be perfect. And that, people, is my choices. Thank you. So that's my video on stories I would like to see in the MCU. Maybe I've missed one that you like. Comment down below on what else you'd like to see, and subscribe to the channel would really help me. And with that, thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.